12 months ago, I drove all the way to Turkey, to Istanbul, and got myself a hair transplant. You might remember the video. We did it on the main channel. It was quite a big one for the channel. I got hair. Now, there's going to be a million questions that all of you have probably got about this, but you've seen the progress that's been made. You've seen the growth. And yeah, I think now it's time to talk about it. Now I've got my experience. I've lived with it. I've watched it do its thing. And I want to answer your guys' questions about it whilst we sort some stuff out on some of the cars. So we're going to multitask, we're going to pick up a spanner, and we're going to fix some stuff while I talk about my hair. So you guys can see if you want to get some, because I know there's some bold kings out there.
No.
I will tell you the good, I will tell you the bad, and I'll tell you the ugly. This is the ugly, they can't fix this bit. So let's find something that needs fixing on one of the cars and get going. Everything seems right for us to work on this car whilst dealing with this, because this is the car which I drove to Istanbul to Smile Hair Clinic to get my barnet done. So I'll start by explaining the job, then we're going to run through what we're going to do and do that whilst I answer some of your questions about this. So when I got the body kit, it came with this light in the spoiler, and it's basically been used as a brake light, but we've already got three on the back. We've got one here, one here, one here, and this one is additional. Now technically this is wrong, because on the GT Black Series this is your reverse and your fog light. I only figured this out when I went to mount up my reverse and fog light, and we didn't have a place for it, so we had to put it behind the grille here. So it does still work, but it's just not very good. So this has actually started failing, and we're going to swap it out because it is actually identical shape to the one which is currently sat behind the bumper. So we can fit that one up here, run the wire in, and then I should have a reversing light which I can actually use as a light. First job, get the old dodgy one out. So the way this one's playing up is that the lights, they do sort of work, but they only work for a second, and then as I'm braking they fade out, so it's obviously just goosed, isn't it? Now, if you weren't aware that I had a hair transplant, I'll leave a link in the top right-hand corner for the video where we did it. Basically, I was a man without much hair on my head, and with a car that sort of worked, so I drove all the way to Turkey, obviously through the entirety of Europe, to get it done. I think it was a good video. I enjoyed doing it. It was long, but I think the results are worth it. And it's now 12 months on, and I'm happy, basically. Look at that. Let's put a photo on screen of how I looked before, of my hair, and then look at it now, all thick. Obviously, I had some questions when I was considering having it done, and it's just natural, it's normal. It seems like it's a big, scary deal doing it, and I promise you, it's not.
That's one of them caps.
Oh, there we go. Looks like we're letting some water in.
Looks like it's been there for quite a while.
Yeah. Maybe we saw that too. It might be coming in through the light. Maybe I can seal it from the back. Right, here's what we did before. So to put this in, we took a feed from the brake light, which is up there, and then fed it down to this. And then because we didn't have the plug for it, we just wired it straight in. But if I remember correctly, this light does not have an additional plug for the reverse light. I think the first thing I need to do is just push this, isn't it, and see what happens. There you go.
That's what happened.
So I'll put on my Instagram, which is chris.slicks if you want to follow me, asking you guys what questions you have. So we're going to answer those for you right now.
Okay, so the first one, does the hair of your donor place grow back?
Well, let's answer that question. Can you see where it was? Because they took all the hairs from here, around this area, and then implanted them here. We can put a photo on screen, but we basically did the entirety of the top of my head. So even though there were certain areas where I was losing it worse, we just did that because then what that does is future-proof it. Right, old brake light is out. You can see just one plug, which is silly. So now I need to go underneath and extract the original one, which sits behind this mesh currently. So I'll go take the under tray off. Got to figure out how to feed the wiring up through the interior, up here, under the headliner, up here, to here.
Okay, right, someone here has said, if you would, I don't think you'll need one, but if you need a second transplant,
Yep.
would you go back to Turkey or would you consider getting one in the UK?
So I don't think if you have it done right the first time, you should need a second one. That's the first half of that question, I guess, isn't it? Would I go back to Turkey? Absolutely. Would I drive there again? Probably not.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how painful was it? I'm assuming this is the actual process and then afterwards as well.
Okay, yeah. What's 10? Perishing?
Passing out, dying, death.
So I think it's going to be hard for me to put a number on it like that, but what I can do is describe what it felt like, and you can decide what that is. So your head's put under like a local anaesthetic when you have it done, which is probably the most painful part, so it's just some injections in your head to numb the pain basically. After that point, because everything's so numb, it just feels like, the best way I can describe it, put on a helmet, like a motorbike helmet or whatever you want to call it, and then imagine an electric toothbrush touching that helmet. That's all it felt like. So I would describe it as not painful apart from the first bit.
I've got a question about it.
Go on, Dave, what's your question?
Did you get any of the swelling? Because you see the horror stories where you get balloon head.
Yes. Did I get any of the swelling? Yes, I did, a little bit. So you might remember, if you're a keen second channel viewer, we did a second channel video on the way back, and I got a bit of swelling around here, here, and here. And what that's caused by isn't the actual process, it's by the anaesthetic. So yeah, when that runs down your face, that's what causes it. When people get balloon heads is when they wear the headbands.
Yeah.
Don't know the reason why people wear the headbands. So the place that I went said, don't do it, balloon head.
Yeah.
I had a bit of swelling and a bit of a rhino face, but nothing bad, and it went within a day and a half, 2 days. Right, what I'm going to do now, I've got all that stripped out, started pulling some of the interior bits off, but I need to go and get the new lights from underneath. So I'm going to pop the under tray up and hopefully I can just reach in and grab it and then deal with the wiring afterwards. Okay.
What's the aftercare like?
Aftercare was sound actually, a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Did you-
Tablets, there was obviously some that I was taking after for about 2 weeks, and there is also like additional treatments they sell but not in tablet form, so yes, aftercare, no dramas.
How was sleeping in the first couple of days?
Yeah, not great, can't lie. You have to be conscious of touching your head shortly afterwards, so kind of, yeah, you have like one of the aeroplane neck pillow things and have to sleep sitting a bit more upright, which is surprisingly more rough than you think. Because
Did you get an itchy scalp
okay.
afterwards?
Oh, actually, yeah, I think I remember it now. That's the bit I would describe as similar to a tattoo. Like, if you've had a tattoo and you know, like a few days later, it does get a bit like, oh, I want to touch that. That's about the extent of that. That's strange.
Can I just say as well, I didn't realise that light was that big. It doesn't look that big underneath the through the grill.
Probably a good time before I decide to cut those wires, because I'm going to have to check to make sure my theory is right. Because if not, I'm off to a non-starter, and they are not the same.
How does that make you feel?
Like an idiot. You can see why I thought they were the same there, can't you? How are we going to solve this problem then? I've already committed, haven't I?
Yeah, a little.
Made a bit of a mistake. So, things aren't all they appear to be. And I'm not sure what to do at this point. So, this is not the reversing light on a Black Series, which I thought it was. I was like 99.99999% sure it was. It turns out, actually, this one is. I thought that this part and that part were the same. Obviously, they're just slightly different shapes, so that's not going to fit in there. But we do have the wiring here for that already, which is good. Problem is getting that part, because it is only off a SLS Black Series and a GT Black Series, which means obviously the price goes through the roof. And it looks like that. Similar shape.
Yeah, I think so.
It's definitely wider at the bottom, at least, isn't it? It's one of those things I could spend the large sum of money on just a light, but it may just be wrong. I don't want to risk it buying it from Mercedes because the price is so mega, but I have found one in Europe for sale, but it doesn't ship to the UK. And I've ordered that to Misha's place and then just told him, and hopefully he's okay with it. So when that shows up, I guess we're going to have to try and put that one in there. We can move the wiring from here to there, which should be pretty doable. But it now means that we haven't got anything in here either. So I've made a complete balls up of it, if I'm being honest. I can get another one of these because it did have a Mercedes part number on and it was off like an S-Class. So I can get this one between Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, no,
That's not too bad, is it?
No.
Shall I do that? Let's check for another one.
Is it spicy?
50 quid.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
That's all right. Right, new light has arrived. This is the centre brake light, which we figured out actually is a brake light, and this one was dodgy anyway. You can see this one's a bit grimy, this one's new, same part number, but look slightly different. That's because we had to modify this one to put it in the first place. So we're going to replicate those modifications. We have replicated our plug fix, and we're going to have to attach it in the same way as before. But whilst I do that, I'm going to tell you about Holy. What I'm going to do is I've got to strip the boot back down, because obviously it's a few days later than when you last seen us working on it. But we have been mega busy recently, because we've got so many projects going on. We've got something cool coming on the Porsche. We're actually coming to a good position with the GLE.
We've just done the Ferrari.
Oh yeah, we have, haven't we? Of course. Now obviously all this stuff takes a lot of time and a lot of energy, but thankfully Holy have been with us to keep us energised with their new Starter Set Deluxe, which gives you everything that you need if you've never tried Holy before. Oosh. Out the way. Holy is zero sugar, taurine free, made with natural flavours and packed with essential vitamins. I'm actually just going to go straight into the modification. I'm going to modify this one straight away to make it like that, because there's obviously a reason why we did it. So let's move over to the back bench. Just mix and shake. Oh, it works. Yeah, and enjoy. Right, so what I'm going to do with this is just basically sand these sections off on the floppy disk. So let's do that quick, just to replicate that shape, because we don't need these tabs. Should do the trick, shouldn't it?
Yeah, man.
Just going to do a quick test fit first. I see. 1 serving of Holy in 500 ml of water gives you all the energy that you're going to need. Like I need now to try and get this brake light in. And it's also only got 20 calories a serving, which is also less than this brake light. And none of the junk that you get with traditional soft drinks. My personal favourite flavour is the Raspberry Raptor one. It's like zingy and refreshing. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got a bit of a gap we need to seal up here, a bit of a gap we need to seal down here, so I think we have to use some clear silicone, which I'm not a big fan of, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? But the Starter Set Deluxe gives you loads of options to try from all of the ranges. Get in! Right, we're about home, aren't we? We're about home. I think what I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna run some across here. Then we're just gonna find a way to actually like wedge it in whilst it's drying, which is gonna be fun also. All right, here's what we're using. It's clear, which is ideal because the lens is obviously clear. It's not the most delicate applicator in the world. It's only my favourite car ever. Why are all my cars my favourite? It's actually not going on that bad. Stay. Hey! Okay, now I've just got to pin that there somehow. Any suggestions?
Yeah, you're stuck for the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, we don't want to lose this one. See where my finger is? That's where it needs supporting. Around there somewhere. Pack it out.
That looks...
Don't get too close.
All right. I think that looks pretty spot on, mate.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad, is it? Now, if you don't like energy drinks, Holy do a plethora of other options as well. They've got zero sugar milkshakes, antioxidant-packed iced teas, and hydration drinks full of electrolytes and minerals. What more could you want from your hydration station, Ross? Not a lot, I'll tell you that. And here's the best bit. Use code ChrisSlicks5 at checkout to save £5 off your first order. Plus, if you order before December the 2nd, 2025, Holy will throw in an extra £10 off the Starter Set Deluxe as a little bonus. So start your day right with Holy and go into the description of this video, hit the link and use code ChrisSlicks5 to grab your discount before December the 2nd. Thanks Holy for sponsoring this video. Now I'm going to pull more of my hair out over this brake light. I thought this would be the perfect opportunity just to run over this car.
Yeah.
It's been actually really solid and decent, but obviously when you fit these kits, you don't always get it 100% right first time round, and some problems kind of show their head further down the line, right?
I was just thinking, you know, you've got like holes here now.
Yeah.
Could we not just get, because you've obviously tried to put a clip in there, put some clips in there, because you bought a load.
We could well do. I don't know how good my clips are, is the only thing.
Shall I go?
I think they'll work. The holes just need opening out.
Yeah, and I think, and if you've got all the correct ones, then they actually look legit, don't they?
So he looks a bit beat. Looks scary doing that. What do you think? Oh, my only worry actually is
The width, the depth.
The depth of the clip. Yeah, is that going to be an issue?
Nah, I think we'll be all right. yeah, they're going to fit nice, actually. That was great success.
One other thing which we get, it's not really a problem, but I could see it being a problem in the future, to do with these. This is the second set I've had in this car because they wear out quick. What they do is like sort of shock absorbers for the boot, so when you're driving along, it just sort of takes some of the stress out of the movement of the boot or something. And it's obviously being made less good by the extra weight from the spoiler, I've got to be honest. So the Black Series comes with like some framework here which mounts to the body, and then sort of has similar versions of those mounted there as well to basically pass the force of the spoiler pushing down into the actual chassis of the car. And it is something we're going to be looking at trying to make. I've tried to order them from Mercedes, they won't sell them to me, presumably because my car is not a Black Series, right? So yeah, we're going to try and make some of those in the future with help from another company, because I want to make sure it looks pretty and looks nice and doesn't just look like a steel girder sticking out the floor of my car. So I think for now that is all we can do under here until those lights show up, or at least this light, because I can't be driving around without that in there. This looks silly. Let's park this for now, get this bit thrown back together and wait until that new part comes. There is one thing that's actually been bugging me about this car and I completely forgot about it until then. Look at the gap this side. It's pretty juicy. That side, pretty tidy. I want to move it that way a bit. Right, so which way does it need to go? Let's think. If I move the hinge that way.
If you move them that way,
yeah,
the bonnet will come that way.
Correct. Should we check that now? I've just done the one.
Yeah, just in case.
Oh, it's better here.
Oh, yeah, that does come out quite a lot, doesn't it?
It's just evening it out, isn't it? That's the thing. We need to try and make it look symmetrical. Honestly, that's one trait I am starting to get better with as a person.
Yeah.
Is losing that, because you know when I first started doing these kits, every single tiny little detail that bothered me, and it still does, but like I've learned to accept it's just a kit.
Yeah.
It's never going to be perfect. Right, we've made some adjustments. We've got it over this way a bit. It's looking better here. We have fitted a spacer underneath the bumper mounting bracket here, just push this up. Now that is real nice, isn't it? That is like about flawless, I'd say.
Yeah. Glass. Could almost be a real Black Series.
I've seen the real one. What do you guys think? Look better? Nice. Well, at least the front end's sorted now. Would like to get some new parking sensors for the front in the future, because the fix that we did before, weeks and weeks ago when we took it to Mercedes, didn't work. I think the parking sensors have failed, but we'll come back to that another day.
Can I ask a question?
Maybe.
How's your radar?
I was going to ask that then.
So the radar worked, and then we put the badge back on, and then it sort of worked, and then the other day it started failing, so I just unplugged it, and now it doesn't work, but it hasn't got a warning light on the dash, and I'm fine with that. Before, I had it coded and stuff, and we did that thing to Mercedes, it had a light on the dash, and that was what was bothering me. The fact that now it doesn't do the emergency brake thing, but it has no light on the dash, I'm more than happy about.
Don't diss the
Oh, I just thought of something. Door shuts. I've never had these on, and I've found them when we moved into this unit, and then continued to never put them on.
Back away. Number plate.
Yeah. It just does not stick, no. I think I put it on the wrong face, to be honest, but it just has no want or desire to stay on there. Does it look that bad without it? No. Does it make it easier to get the side skirt off when you don't put it on? Yes. Do we really need them? No.
Not really.
Let's not put them on. Also, you guys might be wondering what's going on the main channel. We've obviously got a few builds which are outstanding, which I want to get sorted. So, Ferrari is going to be the next video. We've been waiting for the diffuser, the replacement one, because you might remember the original one was rubbish, and it's got to come from China, and they're taking ages. So that will be here. Well, it's supposed to be tonight, but tonight isn't enough time to get the video edited and obviously get it done. But you will be seeing that very soon. Porsche, we're waiting for a big delivery on. GLE, we are closing in to completing that car and getting it finished. So that'll be out soon. So we have got some stuff going on. We are busy, but just not busy to the point where we've got everything finished on those videos to a standard to put them out. So you just have to be a little bit patient, but you should only be waiting a week after you see this video for the next main channel video, if everything goes to plan.
Oh yeah, Chris, there's another question. How was the price of the hair transplant?
It just varies because obviously it depends on how balding you are, how much hair they've got to take, and how long that takes. So I think it just varies. I think anywhere up to about a few £1,000 is about the right mark. I think probably up to, let's say you were completely bald and you needed it all taken off your chest and put onto your head. Let's say it was £5,000, and then it goes down from there depending on your baldness. And just message Smile Hair Clinic, which I have mine done, and find out. Right, we have some jobs which we need to do on all the cars today actually, because we have Mr. Race Safe, who saved my McLaren, and we've decided with what's happened, it's probably going to be a good idea to protect all the cars because I've not got one car with me all the time. So we have now developed four different brackets to fit each of the different cars. Now some of these use the same ones, i.e. the 911 and the GT4. This uses the same as...
Similar.
Is what?
McLaren.
As the, similar to the McLaren, so we had to change the McLaren one to get that to fit. Yes, so we've fully developed a McLaren one now. Got one for the M3, and the only one that we haven't done, one for the Ferrari as well. Yeah. And did we do one for the GT? I don't think we did we?
No.
No, that one should be fine, I hope.
We can make one.
Yes, we can. So, we're gonna get all these in. Really easy to do. Just whizzing out the two front seat bolts, slotting in the bracket, bolting down the fire extinguisher. Do you put the fire extinguisher on the bracket first, or?
The holder on the bracket first.
Holder on the bracket
Slide
first.
it in, extinguisher on last.
Okay, let's do that. Right, putting these in, absolute doddle. Two front seat bolts out. Now, I've put M4 seats in this, but these brackets will fit.
They will.
F-Series.
G-Series, E-Series.
So slide it under the seats themselves, holes line up, and then bolts back in, and your bracket is mounted. Then, once you've done that, bosh, you have a fire extinguisher. You may not even save your own car, but you could save someone else's. Now I'm gonna put these in, everything we've got. One's gonna go in the Ferrari, I'm gonna put one in the GT4, because I've got a track day coming up in that, and Mickey's car. Let's do those now. Next one, GT4. Now, if you wanna get yourselves a fire extinguisher and mounting brackets for your car, how can these guys get in touch with you?
Race Safe on Instagram.
Yes.
Or www.race.safe.com.
And you said you wanted to look after the people at home with a little discount code, didn't you?
Yeah, Slicks, and we'll get you 5% off all the kits.
How can you turn that down? 5% off keeping your car not on fire, I think, is a bargain. Next up is... Ferrari, yes. This one should be... Ferrari one. We keep on going. Lovely stuff. We're getting there now.
We are, mate. One more.
Just Mickey's left. And last but not least, the Hyundai. There you go.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like it.
So if you want to go and get yourself a fire extinguisher kit for your car, go hit up Race Safe. Link is in the description. Will you do custom stuff for everyone else whose cars ain't listed?
From Minis to McLarens to Audis to Aventadors, we do it all.
That was a good slogan, that, wouldn't it? So, yeah, go check him out. Links in the description. Don't let your car set on fire. Right, I have a confession. We're very busy at the moment, I can't lie, and the McLaren is causing constant dramas. So about a week ago, I dropped this down to Dave, who you might remember from the video where the car set on fire, had a bunch of stock of McLaren parts, but he is a ex-McLaren, I'm not going to say technician, he used to work at McLaren essentially when they were building these cars originally, all of the P11 chassis, so MP4, 650 and 675 LT. And I'll be honest with you, I'm handing it over to him because it's just stealing so much of our time trying to get this car working correctly constantly, and I just want to be able to pass the baton over basically so we can concentrate on making new videos and more exciting stuff for you guys rather than tying up our time on a car which was finished 4 months ago. It has been a mare. Now, there's a few things I've said to Dave when I dropped it off, mainly around kind of suspension, steering and quality of feel I'd describe in the suspension, and he's confirmed it is a bit loose, it is a bit, something's not right, is the only way to describe it. So I think it's going to end up being like a bush refresh. Now, we've already put new rear shocks on it when we built the car, but the front ones are still original, and they don't feel great. So I've managed to find something which I wish I found many moons ago when we were building that car, because we had two bent rear shocks on the car when we originally got it. I bought some more, they turned out to be also bent, and then I ended up buying them new, and they were £6,000 for the pair. Ridiculous. But there is someone that I've found now that can refurbish them. Bent shocks, damaged shocks. His name's FASTMX. He got in touch on Instagram, and I'm going to leave it on screen now. He said he can do anything with supercar suspension, more or less. So if you have damaged supercar suspension that you want refurbishing, he is the man to go to. I believe he's in Lithuania. I hope I've got that right. But He's definitely a good contact for you all to have, so I'm going to put that on the screen right now, especially if you're into rebuilding cars. He could be a godsend, especially when factory suspension can be so expensive. Now, he has sent us out some new or refurbished front suspension for this car, and we can send him the original stuff back for him to then refurbish and then sell on again. So let's have a look inside the box, shall we? Dave, hello again, and welcome back. So obviously Dave's going to be doing some work on the McLaren. We've also got something else planned that we're going to be doing with Dave very soon, which I'm very much looking forward to you guys seeing. And Finn must be excited about it as well. But yeah, it should be cool if we can nail it. I've got full faith because Dave is it seems like an engineering mastermind at this point, Dave, I can't lie. Well, very clever man.
Let's just wait and see.
Yeah, okay, we'll see what happens with it, but... Please tell me it's got lift.
Please.
Looks like it does from here.
There we go. Yes. Wrapped them up well.
He has done a decent job on it.
There we go.
Lift on it and everything. Oh, they look like the new... they look like better ones, don't they? Better accumulators.
Very nice. A recon unit.
It looks brand new, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Are we sure it's not fell off the back of a lorry?
Yeah.
That does look fresh out of the box, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Fair play.
You can put a nice little sticker on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It seems suspiciously nice. Well, fair play to him. Like if that was a damaged unit before, that looks incredible. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully put these on, and this may or may not solve the lift fault that we've got, right? Yeah. It's got a possibility of.
It's got a strong possibility.
Okay. If it's not that's causing the lift problem, then it's probably down to the actual pumpy, motory bit, isn't it? Which will be fun, I'm sure. Also, as well, it may or may not solve another problem, which is when, remember I said about going around roundabouts, cambered roundabouts, it flags a suspension fault. Could be front shocks, could be control unit, or could be steering rack as well, actually.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be one of many things.
Basically, we're just going to go through the whole thing just till we fix it.
That's called throwing the parts bin at it.
Yes, it is.
So I'll leave these with you, and I think I'm going to try and come and check back when we're a bit more into it.
Yeah.
And we'll do some more on it then, I guess. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much to FASTMX, I think his Instagram was. Again, it's on screen. He's going to be a super helpful connection, because I was looking so hard to find someone who could refurbish McLaren suspension, even asking all the big companies if they knew anyone. The answer, in short, at the time was no. Now it turns out he does exist. He is out there, and delivering them looking like that, he needs some credit, to be fair, because they look, well, it's brand new, isn't it, basically? Nice. Approved? Nice. Right, time for the next job, and it's sort of a big one, because for a long time, this car has looked a certain way. I've loved it, and it's served the purpose for me, but some of you guys at home haven't quite liked it, and that job is on the Porsche GT4. And I feel like it's going to be a lot harder than what I think it is. You guys know, because you've already seen on the main channel that one of you is going to be winning this car. And I don't think it's right that one of you takes it looking like this. You'll have already seen it as it is on the main channel, but we need to strip it off because, well, this wrap is so personal to me, and the colour underneath is lovely. And there was two purposes behind the wrap. One is to support Fuchs, who have gave us some massive support and are continuing to. We love those guys. But two, to protect the car as well. I've been using it as a track car, done about 2,000 miles and about 6 or 7 track days in it, and it's just not getting enough use. I resent the idea of getting rid of it because I really, really enjoy tracking it and using it and stuff like that. It's basically what the car's designed for, but the collection's getting a bit too big, if I'm being completely honest. And taxing all these cars, maintaining them, it all just becomes a big job. So we've decided that one of you is going to own this, and you have your chance to win it, but it will not look like this, because underneath this car, it is a PTS colour, which is like an £8,000 option when the car's new, and it's lovely. And hopefully, the wrap has protected it from the track use. So, we're going to pull the wrap off now. And the way that we're doing that, just using a heat lamp, doing it bit by bit, warming each panel, and as we go, oh, look at that colour under there, that is lovely. That's it, Mickey, Riviera Blue. If you're not already aware, I think some of you get confused, this is the second channel. This is where we don't do things as well as the main channel, but you get to see all the stuff that we don't get to show on the main channel. So we just like to do it a little bit more relaxed, have a bit of a laugh, and just generally do what we do. This is actually working really well. My plan is just take my time doing it, because it's not a fun job, but while I'm peeling one section, I can heat lamp the next. Wow. It's like a new car once I've got this off, isn't it? I won't want to get rid of it again.
You're going to be like, damn.
Yeah, maybe it can stay. There we go, rear quarter is off. I've just done this end plate as well. This is going to be mega time consuming, so I think we're just going to spread it out over a few days, try and break it down, make it less boring to do. What do we think? Do we prefer it, or do we think it looks worse? I actually really like it. I like both, to be honest. What do you think, Mickey?
Oh, I love the blue, man.
Yeah, that is what progress looks like. One side done, front bumper done. I might do the spoiler and then call it a day for today on this, because it's a pretty mind-numbing task. Okay, maybe we got a little bit carried away because we've done the spoiler, but also done the rear bumper, the boot. Obviously, you would have seen us do this quarter, this door, this wing mirror. Full front end is done. And we are now working on this side. Even cameraman Ross is on it. Mickey's doing the roof as we speak. Now, there is going to be a lot more we need to do with this to get all this wrap off. Because let me show you all around the edges where we've assembled it. This is all supposed to be blue all around here. So we've got to disassemble. We've got to take it all apart basically to get all those little edges out to make sure it does look proper. I'll tell you what, Levi, who wrapped this car mainly, we helped out a little bit, but let's face it, he did the majority of this because it was very complicated, wasn't it? Lining up everything.
It was so much difficult.
It was so much difficult. Fair play to him, he did some job on this.
He did, yeah.
Come on the last bit.
Yeah, just come on.
Oh no, one last bit. Go on, you can get it. Oh, there you go. All right, Porsche wrap is now fully off. It took us a couple of days just faffing around, getting through it, but what do we think? Here's my cinematics. Whoa. I think it looks good. It's nice to have a switch up on it. I don't know if it just looks a little bit plain. Maybe it needs a little GT4 down there. I don't know, maybe like a black Porsche written across the top of the spoiler. I don't know, something maybe, but it is now all back in its factory colour, back in Riviera blue, ready for a new lease of life. So Mickey is just working on doing the number plate. Ooh, should we put the GT4 badge back on it as well? It definitely needs something. It almost looks like naked on the back. What do we think? I don't know, actually. That looks so wrong. You don't think?
Oh, mate, from this angle, I can't really tell, to be honest. There's something dodge looking with the 4.
Yeah, it just looks...
I don't know if it's like tilted that way.
Let's try and find a photo of a logo, and then we can try and convince ourselves it looks good. Right, that's how it should look. That's how ours looks.
Yeah.
Take 17. I feel like the logo just looks more wrong. Even this one looks wrong, the more you look at it.
That's what I'm thinking. The more you look at it, the more it looks
wrong. There we go. I think that is pretty damn close. So anyway, what do we all think? New look for the GT4, Riviera blue, mint, looking clean. Paintwork has survived the track days because it was wrapped. I say that is a great success. On to the next thing. Right, it's a couple of weeks maybe since we last saw the clip of us being here. We're back in Dave's place with the McLaren. We are filming something else, which I'm very excited for you to see, but the McLaren is here. Alex from the body shop is over there, and the McLaren's doing McLaren things again. It's
really not happy.
yeah, it's not happy, and I will not give up on this car, but it's not making my life easy at the moment, nor is it making Dave's easy, nor is it making Alex's easy. Basically, we went to start it up a minute ago. We've got some new front shocks, which you've already seen. We went to depressurize the suspension system. The dashboard just didn't do anything. Car didn't want to start, wasn't playing ball. Now we've finally got it talking a bit, haven't we? And it's just basically saying that the job's gone. There's so many things in the suspension at the moment that aren't right, and I think it all comes down to the pump. So we're going to get one of those ordered, get it fitted. Hopefully that sorts out the suspension issues. We can fit up all of those new bushes that we've got, and then we can move on to the next problem because it's still just being a nightmare. But if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, I'll catch you next time.